We're getting closer and closer to the release of the foldable Z Fold 6 and Galaxy Z Flip 6, let's say proximally 3 weeks. That is to say, we should expect an avalanche of speculations and leaks leading up to the big day, with the most recent involving dummy units for both phones. Unfortunately, those dummy units appear to corroborate that both phones still have a visible crease. New photographs of a prototype Z Fold 6 and Flip 6 have emerged, providing an even more detailed look at the Samsung foldable and internal display crease. Although the images are not new, and we've seen nearly every angle conceivable in prior leaks, they show off the whole gadget, including the new boxier design on both foldable and camera array improvements this time around. Sonny Dixon provided Google with further Z Fold 6 and Flip 6 prototype photographs. The photographs show both the external and internal displays of each device, and it appears that Generation 6 still has a substantial display crease. The units in the photographs are either prototypes or dummy ones. Essentially, it means that each is subject to significant modifications during the design process. These photographs most likely depict a display with a larger seam in the middle than the final version, or Samsung may have used an earlier display to highlight each phone's shape and overall appearance. However, fans have hoped for a less noticeable bend when the Galaxy Z Fold and Galaxy Z Flip are opened 180 degrees. The photographs also show a black prototype variant with Samsung crudely stamped on both devices' hinges. Samsung will probably forego the etched branding used on previous Fold and Flip smartphones in favor of a stamped logo, as shown in the images here. The preferred option is the engraved logo, which adds a touch of class to the $2,000 devices. Another little element to consider is how the Z Fold 6's hinge protection plate stretches out at the top and bottom. It's difficult to discern, and the lighting in these shots may be playing tricks on our eyes, but it appears that the hinge is a few millimeters further from the primary phone panels at the edges than it is in the center, where the Samsung logo resides. There is no similar angle on the Flip 6. Except for a few minor details, Samsung's design improvements can be seen in these prototype units. Each phone appears to have a reduced bezel around the internal display, and the total footprint appears to be slightly larger than the previous year's model. In contrast, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 has an average single-core score of 1,940 and an average multi-core score of 5,119 on Geekbench. Thus, the forthcoming model should show significant improvement, as expected. In fact, in these current results, the Z Fold 6 outperforms the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra's average scores, 2,160 and 6,746. Last month, we discovered that Samsung was considering dropping the more affordable handset after failing to make the phone small enough to compete with China's most competitive foldables without sacrificing sturdiness. That follows analyst Ross Young's prediction that a thinner Z Fold 6, lacking the stylus digitizer, might replace the Z Fold 6 Ultra. All of this whispered speculation backs with earlier speculations from January that Samsung would release a less costly tablet-style foldable this year. Cutting the stylus digitizer to minimize thickness appears to be one trade-off Samsung has been obliged to make to remain competitive in China's vast, cutthroat market. Instead, the new offering should have a larger total display, as well as enhanced durability, to address a concern in China's foldable market. According to industry insider Young, these larger screens may not even cross the production line until later this year. Thus, the more versatile yet stylus-free folding slate may not be available for another 9 months. Combining the Alex reports on Samsung endeavors and setbacks with low-key serial number leads, bold leaks on ex-China's high-end OU24 edition of the Fold 5, and component reports from industry insiders aids in identifying probable alternate foldable releases in both China and Korea. China's W25 branding and potentially some one-off specs almost likely will not exit China, and we have yet to see any sign that any new Z Fold model will leave Asia at all. Nonetheless, it is difficult to predict whether buyers elsewhere will have the opportunity to experience it. However, we remain hopeful. Samsung has never faced this kind of pressure at the top of the foldable market, and its suddenly stagnant Z Fold options might benefit from new life breathed into them through enhancements to existing phones and the release of whole new ones. We may be able to extract more circumstantial information after Samsung unpacked on July 10, but we're unlikely to know anything for definite, considering the expected long wait until a Z Fold 6 Slim is released. If you enjoyed this video, Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.